And we should just about be live. And matter of fact, I think we are. And we're off and running. Alright, let me just move this up here. Again, another last minute stream. Whatever. I think YouTube is like culling everything because boy, we're just getting killed with fake accounts and stuff like that. Or maybe everybody's leaving. Don't matter either way. But we put up our New Year's Eve giveaway. It's for subscribers only. If you are not a subscriber, don't waste your time. Number 2, we're gonna finish this up so we can, basically get it to the table and start playing it, because we only play it painted, and that's for sure. All right, without further ado, let's get right to it, so we don't waste any time. And let's go to our top down. There we go. And my hands are here. Perfect. Okay, here we go. All right, so I started. Let me just get my glasses on. So basically, I started working on some of the guys, and let me just explain to you what I did here. Right now, all you see is that I dry brushed this entire thing with lead belcher. And there's a reason for that, because there's more metallic here than there is anything else, and it's easier to fill in the other stuff. I also took care of the faces with a Keslev flesh, as you can see here. Deplorable, how are you? Good to see you. So I took care of that. We put a little Mephiston red there, but we'll continue on there. Here I used a little Celeste gray, some Baylor brown for his head, and then of course Keslev. But you can see what I did is I dry brushed them first, and then it was easier to go over the metallic with the gray. Really made a difference. Here, same thing. We're going to finish these guys up. We're going to do a few more things. We're going to play around with these a little bit. I forgot to pull out one color. Same thing here. Our girl here, I see, I'm just going off the top of my head, but I also saw that she had purple hair, so we'll give her some purple hair. The other girl here, we just gave some Baylor brown hair, and we're off and running. Now, the first thing I think I want to do is I want to kind of just, let's just take care of her hair real quick, and then we'll get over, because we're also going to be painting the mother of all creatures here. Hello, Helen. How are you? There's a few things that we're going to do a little different with her, and I want to show you a few things that I'm doing. You can do them either way, but I'm going to give you 2 examples of these creatures, and then you can do whatever you want. Now, if you saw yesterday, we kind of really covered a lot of stuff, but we will definitely make it shine, that's for sure. Okay, I just need to, first of all, go up top. Now, again, I'm going to tell you guys, we've got a New Year's Day, New Year's Eve at 6 p.m. We are going to be giving away a huge giveaway, in part with Miniature Market, our good friends. And I'm looking for a metallic. It's a little something different. I don't want that. I forgot to pull it before we got going. Beldazar Gold. That's what I wanted. Okay. Just to break up the silver a little bit, So we are going to be giving away quite a bit. If you are not a subscriber, don't bother. Okay. This is just strictly for our subscribers. Okay, let's get going here. We have a lot to cover and very little time, because this is going to be our final here that we are going to take care of. And I think I can mow right through a good part of this. So there we go. First thing I want to do is I want to get a little bit of this on here. Alright, and that is a Gene Stealer purple. I just think, after seeing her hair and the way it's parted on the side, I think it'd be cool just to make her hair purple, right? Let me get my thing down here so I can see. Hopefully my head doesn't get in the way. It's been a while since yesterday was the first day that I kind of started doing live painting again. and it's kind of hard to keep up with everything, especially when you're kind of, it's like riding a bicycle, yeah, sure, but it's also, you can get out of shape real quick if you don't do it all the time. And I usually like to answer as many comments as I humanly can. Alright, let's just make this come over a little bit more. There we go, and then work it into there. And there, she's got purple hair. Perfect. Exactly what we were looking for. With that same color, though, I'm going to get these guys out of the way for now, because I'm waiting for something to dry. But I want to show you Mama here. Mama here is massive. Won't be able to make it on New Year's Eve stream. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Dutch. If you can't make it, I can't do anything for you. I apologize. So, what we're going to do is we're going to take that blue horror again like we did yesterday. And we're just going to go over this because I really kind of want to get this where I need it to be. Alright. And there we go. I'm just going to get a good amount of this. And then we're going to come over here and we're going to work that kind of out. I'm a newbie to mini painting and would have never thought about dry brushing metallics. Yeah, the best way to do it is to, number one, when you're dry brushing it, make sure that you have a black primer. It makes it easier. Yeah, I'm sorry, Dutch. Well, we're gonna do the best we can to facilitate everyone that is a user here and a subscriber here. But pretty much 6 o'clock. 6 p.m. and we are going to be giving away a lot of stuff. Alright, so first thing I want to do is test this a little bit because I want to go very lightly. See, there's a little bit too much there. I could tell already. You just know what kind of feel you have. Alright, there we go. Alright, so I just even that I don't like. Okay, we're going to just do it this way. And all I want to do is just hit the high spots a little bit on this young lady. Actually, I don't know her age. I don't even know her personally. I can tell you one thing. She has a lot of children here. I'm going to turn on the camera so we can cover this a little bit. I'm just going to point out the blue horror. Okay, and then let's get back to it, huh? And all I want to do, see, this is what I was talking about, that tail there with the grooves and how this will all kind of come together. And I just want to go over the top a little bit underneath here, over a bit here. But we're going to do something a little bit different with her. And it's going to fall into one of those decisions that you can make on whether you like it or not, or you may want to go a different way with it. And that's one of the things that I love about painting, is that you can, you don't have to follow everything specifically. The main thing I try to do is make it so it's very easy for you guys to do, but also just to give you some ideas, and maybe you see things differently, and that's where it all comes together. Hey Vincent, how are you? Gignus Khan, how are you? Oh boy, I think YouTube is purging like everything. There's a lot of things going on, a lot of weird stuff with the channel that's going on. I don't know if there's a problem, I should call them or whatever, but I'm not worried about it at this point. Who cares? At this point, who cares? We've had a great year, and that's all that matters. Alright, there. And as this brush starts to dry up a little bit, which I'm starting to get here, I can kind of work a little bit harder with that brush and get what I'm looking for. But, she is just a magnificent piece here. And you can see how we're really just kind of working this in here. that blue horror really does a nice job, and it really accents a lot of things. And I really like what it does, because it takes that purple and really makes it a little bit different. I want to get her leg here because you don't want to stand out a little bit too differently. And there's some goo here that's dripping, and we're going to get right in on that as well. Let me shut off this camera. There we go. And really, all I'm trying to do is just really let that sit up there. There we go. Get her kids underneath here. This is a great model. The one thing that I did notice and was it's not that I'm disappointed, but I don't think the actual Marines or people that are on the spaceship, they're not that detailed. You really are going to have to work to pull some detail compared to these creatures, which are just glorious. Lots of complaint about YouTube channels being hacked or... Oh boy. I hope I'm not being hacked. How would you know if you were hacked? Specifically thinking of Astartle's channel? Channels being hacked or... Oh, okay. I'm not going to say that on here. Yeah, I I don't know what's going on. I'm not even worried about it. I mean, I don't notice any difference than we just lost tons and tons of subscribers. And I think it's mostly, well, either people are tired of the channel, which is fine, because nobody's obligated to stay, or there is something going on with YouTube, and they are culling all the old accounts, which I think is the case. And I have to deal with that every year, because you always think that you're someplace, and then all of a sudden, shoot, all the fake accounts or closed accounts go bye-bye. So, if that's the case, whatever. Can't win them all. And we're not here to win. What's there to win? My God. When a woman can go on, there's a lady on here that she just does makeup. She puts makeup on daily. And guess what? She's got over 2 million followers. I mean, whew. Okay. How do you compete with that? We're just a board gaming channel. And we're just going to work that in there a little deeper. Especially around her legs. There we go. There we go. I might back off on that with a little bit of purple wash. We'll worry about that later. Let's get all her children, though, so you can see them all hiding underneath there. And, of course, this guy who was chosen by Mama. Alright. If you lost a ton of subscribers all of a sudden, probably a YouTube issue. Huh. Yeah, I checked the stats, and I don't know. Whatever. Or it could have been our Christmas stream when we wished everybody Merry Christmas. Could be a number of things. I'm not worried about it. I just mentioned of it because I wondered if there was something going on, because it's just unusual to do that. But if they all left, guess what? That means they don't qualify for, you got it, the New Year's Day or New Year's Eve giveaway stream. And boy, are we giving some stuff away. We'll have a ton of instant winners, and it's in part with our good friends at Miniature Market. I'm limiting who can play and who can't, because basically, if you've been a loyal subscriber, you will be in on this, because that's the people that we want to win. Alright, so there you go. You're a great painter, Rob. Can you imagine what you would do in the makeup business? No. People be walking around like Bozo the Clown. That's the only makeup I can do. Jeez. Alright. I like that. We're going to come back to her. Alright, we're going to come back to her. We've got a couple of... Well, let me see where this is at here. No. Still needs a... I'm going to put that over there to the side. Kind of want to just take care of her too while we're at it. Because this is one of those ones that we're going to do a side comparison with. So while that other part dries, I've got a game plan here, folks. I got a game plan. And you can see it's easier when you don't have as much on the paper there. Hold on, let me take a look here. Show. I'm going to show it. Okay, everybody's fine. I don't know why that thing limited that. Whatever. We are not a kid-friendly... Well, we're kid-friendly. It's just I don't ever hit the thing that says kid-friendly. I say it's not kid-friendly, and I'll tell you why. Because, you know, it just takes one slip-up, and then you're dead in the water. And I'm not going to take that chance. I like this channel. We've worked very hard on this channel for the last 4 years, and I don't plan on going anywhere else. You know, we're going to stay on our YouTube channel. There we go. That's exactly where we want that. Alright, let me pull that up and move that over. Alright. And we're going to put that guy there. That's off. Good. Okay, let's clean off our brush. And get back to work. The queen went to go get the baby because we watch our granddaughter on Fridays. Oh boy. And I hope she's not in a mood. Because that little girl can get in a mood. Oof. Alright, so we got that. And we're going to let this dry for a little bit. And, alright, let's get back to these guys here. I want to really get these guys going so we can just kind of be done with them. There is a lighter blue, or a Tekis blue, which would be perfect over the top of this dude's helmet. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this. And we're going to go right down the middle here with our Tekis blue. See? Brings a little bit of life there. Oh, my hand is shaking today. I don't know why. I ate. I'm feeling alright today. Alright, there we go. A little bit of Tekis blue in there. See how that just really makes that kind of shine a little bit? My kids have watched a couple of reviews and painting videos. No slip-ups noticed yet. No, we really try to be A1 here. I mean, I really believe that we should do things correctly. Alright, I'm going to take some more of that Tekis blue. And I'm going to just hit the camera here for a second. Because we're putting together our BGG thing. I want to show them that we're going to do that. And that we painted over this, such as such. And take a little bit off. I'm going to use some Tekis blue for the screen here. Okay. I want this screen that he's working on. Have a little Tekis blue. What else can we use here? I think that's pretty good there. I think having that blue in there really makes a difference. We can add some lights here or something. And this guy, I'm not too sure. On our girl here, though, she has a little plate here, which I think we're going to add a little bit of Tekis blue in. Just to kind of break things up. I just kind of want to break things up, and I'm going to add a little in there. Just to, break up some of that color there. And I think that works. And then possibly just a little here. And a little here. And I think that works. Alright, and we're going to paint some different things on her. So I'm going to kick that off. Let's get that off. This brush is already irritating me. It's a new brush. I went out to Hobby Lobby yesterday and spent a few shekels. For some, let me just move this here. All right, there we go. Spent a few shekels on some paintbrushes, so I paid. They were 50% off, believe it or not. 50% off. Let's go with. We're gonna use a Death World Forest. Okay. I'll show that in a bit to the other camera. And I just want to go in and get a little bit of this. You're going to be seeing a lot of painting with a wet palette, as a matter of fact. Where did I put it? I put it somewhere. But we're going to be doing a few things with a wet palette, and I think you guys will enjoy how to operate one of those. So we're going to take that, and I kind of see this guy having like a green hat. That's just me. What can I say? Let me put this very dark green hat on him. That works for me. Maybe this backpack, huh? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I kind of like that. So I'm going to go with this, with the green backpack that he has. Like I said, you know, you do what you want. That's the best part about this, is you kind of make your own stuff up after a while. And who else needs a little bit of green love here with some Lauren Forest? Oh, no. Death World Forest. Alright. Bear with me for a second. Just had to shake that up a little bit better. I think my man here. It's put down my visor. Alright, so we're going to give him the green backpack. And we're just going to put that underneath there like so. Kind of like that. It kind of breaks up things. Maybe we'll do we'll leave that as a blast shield, because it looks like he has a blast shield on. But we'll kind of put that in there. I think that works. I don't know what to make that towel. Maybe we'll just make that like a drab or something. Let's see. I also have an etching gray that I kind of want to use on them, because I don't think you know, you're very fashionable in space. And then we're gonna go in with our etching gray. Let's just get that shuck up. All right, get all these brushes over here out of the way. Get this over in there. Boy, this is not shaking up the way we want it to. There we go. All right, there we go. That's what we're looking for. Nice etching gray. All right, let's move that over. Let's move that away. I'm completely combobulated today because I went to the gym. I was helping get a few things done around the house for the queen. I like him in that color. I think she's going to be perfect for what we want to do with this etching gray. And I think most of them are going to have this etching gray on. So I'm just showing the screen up here. And now let's go to it. So now let me just move these guys out of the way. get this in here. And all I want to do is just kind of want to break up that silver a bit. And by giving her, I'm going to put down my eyeglasses. That works. Yeah, I think that's going to work very well. Because then we can kind of breaks up everything that we're doing. There we go. Go into her belt, into her midsection here, and into her arms. And we're going to make this suit. Yeah, see? Certain parts are silver, certain parts are gray. Come back over here. There we go. I think that works because it's just a very simple thing that we're trying to accomplish here. And that really works for her. So we're going to put her right there. I'm going to take a little bit, because we're going to put a wash over these guys, and that's really going to sit up a few things here. So big boy here, we want to get his midsection here. I want to kind of go around some of these pipings. Now, the way I see it, and again, I'm not using anything else but what I see in my head. Okay, and sometimes that's the best way to do things. I'm going to come over here into his backside here. You know, because I believe that they do have a lot of armor on, especially if they're going to survive some of these creatures. Alright, and I think they all have universal suits pretty much. Whoops, come here, fella. Don't be running off. And then we can kind of highlight from there. And I want to get that in there and that around. But I don't want to lose what I'm trying, you know, all those metallics that I put in there. Like here, I want to get his arm here. And then we're going to add some things to him. That's why we brought out the Balthazar Gold. So that's 2. Let's do her now. We're going to do the same thing. Zablik, what's up, my brother? Good morning. And right in there. And between there. I want to leave the metallic for the design that she has. See how that works in there. I want to bring over her arm. But I don't want to lose that metallic in the back there, because I think that works real well. And we can make some of that stand out with some Balthazar Gold, because putting a little brass in there kind of brings a little bit to light here. And we're just going to do that, and that takes care of her. This dude, he's so badass too. Alright, so let's do this. We're going to move that into there, into that gap here. I don't want to take away those knee pads. I think those would be good as a Balthazar Gold. I want to do his arms. And again, you know, it's the depth of space. It's not very fashionable. I mean, you don't have to have colorful outfits, as you'll see in Star Saga very soon. Alright, so I'm going to stop that right there. And all I want to do, and the whole idea of this is to just keep it simple. Keep it really, really simple, so you guys can get it to the table without overcomplicating things. And that's all I'm trying to do here. Not trying to make it complicated, not trying to make it difficult, or, oh God, you know, you got to sit here for 20 hours painting. You want to get some color on them. You want to get a little bit of feel to it, and then get them onto the table. Isn't that what it's all about? Right? There we go. And now my man here, we're going to do the same type of thing. We're going to bring that down. I got some ideas for him, because he is an engineer. And I'm going to come up over here, and we'll leave that little bit there. And that works. Maybe we'll throw some there, something there. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Alright, so we're going to let those guys dry for a bit. Take them off the grid for a bit. Now, let's come back to Mama here. First of all, is this dry yet? Okay, so one of the things I was thinking about is that if you wanted to, you didn't have to just leave it all purple. So I took some Ushabi bone, okay, and then I took some Agrath Earthshade and went over and just created kind of a bone carapace. Now we'll come back and highlight this. I want you to take a look at this and take a look at this guy, and I'm going to show you what we're going to do, and you can do a variance of whatever you like. So I think that'd be kind of fun for you guys to check out. Alright, so I'm going to put these two guys over here. We're going to come back to, whoops, Mama here. Because talking about Ushabi bone, a matter of fact, and some Screaming Skull. I just had that. Where did it go? Oh, for the love of Mike. Oh, here it is. We're going to mix this up real good. Alright, okay, there we go. Yeah, this was all dried up, believe it or not. And we're gonna, let's just do this for the camera real quick. We're gonna take some Ushabi bone, and we're going to get that onto our brush straight on. And then what we are going to do is we're going to paint out all this bone here. She has these things standing out, and I think it just really breaks up the color by doing this. Makes her stand out a little bit more if we do this. And I don't want to hit that plate there, and we're going to have to get underneath. And there we go. There we go. And again, I want to remind you guys, you'll see it scheduled, that we are having a New Year's Eve. Do I want to do that? Yeah, why not? Something different. Make her look different, right? Because she's the mama. She is the queen. So the queen has to be different. She's old. Never call the queen old. I learned the hard way. Alright. And then underneath here, we want to make sure that we do the same thing. Just taking our time. We should be able to take care of this, and I'll show you how on the other one there. I want to give you a different variance of how to do certain things here. Alright. Trying to stay in camera view. There we go. And we want to make sure that we get the sides here. We don't need to be missing anything. And I want to get down there. There we go. and over here, and in there. Because we're going to put a wash on this as well. And we're going to take a little bit more here. And I think I'm going to add some teeth here. I think that'll make a nice little variance here. There we go. And you know, I was thinking of doing her nails, but yeah, why not? Right? It just breaks up some of that purple. And that dude there. And let's do that there. There we go. And you see how that, you know, we can even, I mean, I don't know how, alright, let's do that. Let's do that. We'll take a shot at it, right? Yeah, because I want her to be as creepy as humanly possible. How's that even possible? As humanly possible. Alright. And just to really make that shine out there. Is that a 8-point Zerg? I don't know what you're talking about, brah. I don't know what you're talking about. No, we're not. This isn't StarCraft? I'm just going from what's inside my head, that's all. Maybe I haven't seen the Zerg in so long, it's ridiculous. Alright, so that goes there. I kind of like that. Kind of like that so far. Alright, so let's put that down. Alright. And you can kind of do the same thing with the rest of the models because they do have some high points here. So, you know, if you want to, let's put Mama aside here. If you want to, you can kind of work some of this, you know. You got this carapace here. And if you want to, you can just kind of work that in too. You know, it really depends on what you're going for. You know, how do you see things? Do you see these things with these bone chips in front of them? Zoop. You know, maybe you do, maybe you don't. I don't know. Can't answer everything, right? You know, maybe that works right there. We're not doing too bad. 40 minutes in. Alright, so maybe we just kind of do that a little bit. Put a little dot there. A little bit there. A little bit there. It really comes down to what do you see? You know, maybe you see that tail part right there. That spins all the way around. I don't know. I just do it the way I see it. I'm trying to give you guys a couple options here. Alright, so he's got this piece here too. And we've got to be careful here. And I want to spin around on this side. Get that in there. Maybe that's what you see. We'll darken that up. We'll come back to that. That's for sure. We will come back to that. Now, meanwhile, our other heroes are drawing there. So we're going to come back to Mama here. Okay. And I'm going to pull out... Oh, where is it? No, that's not the one I'm looking for. I want a very, very bright green. Like a moot green. I know I got it in here. Moot green. Ah, here we go. Is that it? Yep, there it is. So we're going to take a moot green here. And we're going to shake that up real good. And we're going to take one of our smaller brushes here. Take this one right here. That seems about as good as anything that we need. Right? And we're going to show this off for a second here, because I'm going to turn on the camera for a minute. And I'll move that over here. I'm going to take this moot green, if I can say it. And there's some drips here. And I think what we're going to try to do, we're just going to try to make it kind of disgusting. Right? There's a little bit there. And then we got some dripping down here. And here. And here. And just kind of, I'm trying to break up that silver a bit. And that we will do. I'm just going to come in here a little bit. Oops, I got that guy, but that's okay because I'll fix that. You can fix anything. You kind of want to point things, you know, pick things out and try to grab them by the tail. There we go. And they got all this slime, because this is probably some kind of nest or something. Oh yeah, look at that. Gonna work that into here, and then we're gonna work this over here into the back here. Let's see, did we get everything? Yeah, let's pull that up into there a little bit. So now you got this green gook that's just oozing out. And kind of doing whatever the heck it's doing. It's pretty creepy if you ask me. All right. And we'll take that, close that up. Now using that same green, we can actually do some cool things here. Because, did I make that? Yeah, okay. So why don't we take some of that green and do something here like that. You know, just add a little of this, a little of that, just to break up some of that color that we have here. We'll put that on top of her antenna and her gun. My man here? Nah. This dude? Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Just to give it a little bit of something, huh? A little something, something. Alright, she's got the purple, she's got the blue, and now she's got a little bit of green there on the edge. There we go. Just break it up a little bit. Alright, let's close that up. Alright, so let's come back to these guys. Oh, well, no, actually, before we do that, is that dry? Yes, it is. Alright, so now what I want to do is take some Agrath Earthshade before we get too far ahead of ourselves. I'll shake that up real good. Maybe we'll give that another second or two. Well, we're going to take the Agrath Earthshade anyways. We're going to take a little bit of a thicker brush here. Riff Lair, hello all. Go the game, but never painted any minis. Better not start with these. Got the game. Oh. Listen, it's easy. Trust me on that. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. Everything works out fine. We're going to take our Agrath Earthshade. This is just really easy. Just taking a nice wash and going over his facial. And then I kind of like to... Usually I'll take a nice... Like if I don't see this working like I'm doing right now, I want to take care of all their flesh, but I'm going to come back over this with something else. So I'll show you in a second. Hold on. So let's do this. And you can see where whatever detail that we can pull, we are pulling. Especially on their facial structure, which is very difficult because they don't have any. And my man here, just want to try to get something. I want to get some kind of shade or shadow on him because I just don't want it to look tchotchke. There we go. There's no facial detail on any of these. So by doing that, I'm just going to do this. Try to get anything I can off of her going. There we go. Put that aside. And then finally my man here. Do what we can. We do what we can here. Now, with that said, I'll clean this off. And then I'm going to pull out the new oil. I'm going to change brushes. And the reason I'm going to do that is I do want to go over the spacesuit a little bit. I want to try to get whatever I can out of it. And the new oil does a better job than the Agrath Earthshade. I want to darken this up a little bit. I don't want it to sit out there as much. There we go. I probably should have put the other metallics on there, but I did not. So I'm just going to go over them, and then when I brighten everything up, I'll come over the top. There we go. That's a little bit better. That looks better. And who else here? Do you need a little help? Yeah, probably. There we go. Because now that gray just sits up. See how that sits up a bit? And we can take that and we can come over this and see how the backpack now all of a sudden pops up a bit. Oh, these dogs. They gotta chill out. These dogs have definitely gotta chill out. I can wait. Well, no, let's do his backpack at least. I want to get that in there. There we go. And all I'm trying to do is just pull whatever detail I can out of this. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm going to go over this a little bit more. I'll add a few things, but for just getting this to the table, that's all you need. That's all you need. Break it up with whatever colors you want to break it up with. Like I want to get some Balthazar gold on these. Alright, so let's get those off the way. Alright. Now we're going to come back with our Agrath Earthshade for the queen here. And the great thing about this is it doesn't matter where you get this on. Okay, all you want to do is just get over all that. If you get it on the purple, don't worry about it. It's fine. And all we want to do is just work this bone. See what that does? Now, when that dries nice, I'm going to show you how we're going to get out of this real quick. Boom, boom, boom. And I want to get that on there. So I want that to have a bone feel to it. Alright, and I want to come underneath. Again, I'm not worried about getting it on the purple because, well, it just blends in a bit. But we're going to bring all that out. We really are. We're going to bring all that out. And let's get our fingernails. Another thing I want to do is I kind of want to go over the slime a bit. I want to have this over the slime just a hair, because it gives it a little bit of dimension. Exactly. Could have done it with a new oil, but I don't know. Kind of like this. And then over her nails. Make sure that we get in there. Get that there. Get his belly. Get that. And boom. There we go. Alright, so let's put that over there. Let's close this up. Same thing here. Same thing here we want to do. We just want to take more of that Agrath Earthshade. And you want to get it on there nice and heavy. Look at that. Now all of a sudden that bone comes out. And that's what we're looking to do here. We're just looking to get some of that in there. And work that in there. Work that in there, and there, and there. And then just let it dry. And then we'll bring it out. But through the miracle of time, we have some Screaming Skull here, which works perfectly. And then we have this guy right here, who's all dried and ready to go. So now we're just going to take and I'll take a smaller brush here, and we're going to shake up our Screaming Skull. And we're going to pull a little out, hopefully. Okay, that's all we need. And we're just going to work it into our piece of paper here. Like so. And again, for those of you watching at home, it is Screaming Skull. And all I want to do, I don't know why I did that. There we go. All I want to do is just, I want to get enough of this, and I just want to just touch it lightly. See what I'm doing here? It's kind of like doing scrolls. Get a little bit here. You want to hit the high points. And you want to, towards the end, really work that bone area. See what I'm doing there? See how I'm making that a little bit more sharp? Because he stabs so many things that he actually keeps that pretty clean. But it's like teeth on a dragon. Where he bites down is the cleanest part, or the brightest part. All right, so we're going to take a little bit more here. and we're just going to work that all outwards a little bit. Now, this isn't one option, okay? This is one option that you can do for these guys. All right, I got to finish his body, by the way. But I wanted to paint one and do the bone part of it. I want to show you another technique, which we're going to do right after this. Whoa, whoa, don't be dropping him. You see how that bone just sits out now? Now all of a sudden he's just all kinds of nasty and mean and cruel and all these other things. Love it. All right, so we're going to put him there. Okay. Now I'm going to cut that. Now, next thing I want to do, Steven, how are you? This is making me wish I had backed this when it was on Kickstarter. You can still find it, I think, in certain places. Now this is where it gets a little tricky. Is this the one that I have painted already? Oh, okay, both. I already got the blue on there. You can add a little bit of lead belcher, but you gotta be very. This is kind of tough because if you remember watching Aliens and things like that, and again, this almost represents a type of Tyrannid, and here we're gonna kind of give it kind of a what am I looking for? An alien type of look. So this is where we're going to take some lead belcher. Okay, and we're going to shake this really good. Because that's a new one. I don't want to open up a new one. I thought I had one around here. I'm such a messy guy. Oh, there it is. A lead belcher. Might be able to find straggler copies in local stores. Very true. Hi, just got home. What have I missed? Not much. Just me painting and running my mouth. Again, for those of you that are subscribers to the channel, you can, if you notice, we have an event on New Year's Eve. We're going to be giving away some huge prizes, and I think you guys are going to enjoy it. Sponsored by our good friends at Miniature Market, which are thanking you again for another banner year. All right. So I really want to take this off, okay? So we're going to take some lead belcher. I'm just going to get this on tape here. Lead belcher. And then what I want to do is I really want to kind of work this all the way off as much as I can. All right. I just want a faint bit of it, okay? And then all I want to do is now I want to come over and adjust. Oh yeah, that's it. Just give a little bit of that shiny metallic feel. Remember Aliens? They were really kind of weird looking, and if you really like this look, you can come over his head a bit and just give him just this little bit faint of, and hit the flat spots. Hit the flat spots here. Don't hit your high points where you already went over with that blue. That blue. See how I'm pulling out the muscle a little bit? You see the difference here? You see what I'm getting here? I'm getting that alien feel to it. All right. So again, coming over into the flat spot here. Look at this. Just ever so lightly. Nothing too hard. Just enough where you get a little kiss of that metallic on there. Okay? And this is just one way to really make these kind of stand out a little bit. Come down the backside here over the top of the bone, and then work a little harder over here on the bone point. Okay? Just work a little harder. Okay? It really comes down to your choice of what you want to see. Or you can mix them both up. You can have the bone there, and then just kind of come over with that metallic and give him that type of feel. All right. But look what it does. You can't tell it's metallic because I have so little on this brush. All right, coming over the top into the flat spot of the arm joint, and just working this in here. So I'm going to give you 3 looks of these guys. Okay, here is with just the blue. Okay, and you can see where we're working with the blue here with our blue horror and our purple underneath. Okay, next one that you have is a little metallic but with a bone structure. Okay, depends on what you want to see here. Okay, what works for you? What's the easiest thing to do? Or of course you could just go with the straight kind of alien metallic kind of look. All right, you know, it depends which one you guys really like, and that's where it all stands out and it shines. And we have 3 different examples here of what you want to do. Which one varies, which one works for you, hey, that's totally up to you guys. Okay, boom, there we go. So, you know, pretty much, you know, with these guys, let's see how they're drying here. This guy's not too bad. Now, you know, I can take some of this Balthazar gold, okay, and really kind of, whoops, just shake it a little bit more. Now we get, you know, we could pick out some things, you know. Oh, it's like mud. This is when you kind of need a wet palette to kind of break it down. So I'm just going to put a little up here. I'm going to add some water from over here. There we go. Of course, you can't see it because it's off screen. Sorry about that. All right, so we're going to move these guys out of the way. And we'll bring these guys back in here before we call it a day here. But, you know, here's where you can kind of walk around. Maybe just pick something out like this here. Add a little bit of Balthazar gold. Break up some of those silvers. Maybe this little lifeline or whatever. Balthazar gold. You see how that kind of starts bringing things out here. You maybe add something there. Maybe make the holster of his gun there. Oops. I put him down. Again, pulling some of this gold here onto my brush. You know, what's going to sell it here for this guy? Well, maybe we just add that in there. Maybe a little hip thing here. That little piping here. Let's do the same here, right? We can add that in as gold. We can bring this in. Got a feeling I'm going to play a couple space games this weekend. We might do some Star Saga or Into the Breach. I just got to make sure I got the rules down for this 100% before we go with it. But you know, we're going to be ready. Look at that right there. Maybe come across here. It just breaks things up a little bit, you know? And that's all I'm trying to do here, is not totally sell this thing out here. Okay, there we go. See, that works. Maybe a little bit here. Maybe a little bit there. Use your imagination. What do you want to see? That's what it really comes down to, folks. What do you want to see? Maybe right in here for her. Just a little bit of that Balthazar gold to break that up. Break it up with something there. In the back here. Again, like I said, you know, I started something here, so why don't we just do it for everybody, because I don't think anybody's space suit is any different than anybody else's. Okay, maybe there's a gear there. All right, there we go. You know, she's got this little thing on the side of her head. Why don't we make that gold or bronze? Him, yeah, this guy just screams, I need help. So what do? We just come in here. There we go. Add that onto that side. Do the same thing on the other side. Yeah, maybe this thing in the back here. Put a little bronze in there. Throw a couple of bronze buttons in there for him. There we go. Slide him over. Our dear girl here. Well, that screams paint me. And here, and here, boom. And then maybe knee pads here. Alright, that works. This guy had, yeah, there we go. He has a thing that comes all the way down here. So let's do that. And we'll just add a little bit there. Maybe a post there. Brighten that up a little bit. Give it a little love. There we go. Alright. Still got to figure out what to do with that giant towel. Alright, so there we go. No, nothing too complicated here. Nothing too complicated. Where are we at? Hour? Oh, not bad. Not bad. Let's go up top here. There's nothing hard about this. Alright, but I gave you a couple different variances of what you can see here. It's really up to you what you want to do and how you want to take this to the next level. We showed you how to do the bases yesterday. We kind of went over, doing all the skin and everything like that. And now we gave you 3 different, variances that you can do with the creatures. Now, with Mama here, we're just going to do the same thing. We're going to take some of that skull white and just, once this dries, go over it. And, we're good to go. Let me just fix that a little bit. Had a little pooling there. We got to take care of that. All right. So, she's doing what she's supposed to do, being evil. And then, we'll take some Rune Fang and just go over the bases real quick. The rest, everybody else, it's just going to be a quick dry brush and bang, bang, boom. And we're pretty much ready to go with this. I just going to make sure I got the rules down, and I think you'll see it early next week. So there you go. And then I'm going to take all this footage and I'm going to splice it all up, and then I'll be able to walk you through it a little bit better and some of the thought processes that I had in getting this all together. So there you have it. Nemesis. It's not that hard. I have an expansion for it. I haven't even looked at that yet. We'll take a look at what we can do with that. Maybe there's some different creatures in there. I'll pull them out and maybe do something different with them. But pretty much, it's Tyranid or Aliens, whichever one you feel like doing, because that's the kind of feel that this game has. And the only thing I was a little disappointed with is that the figures themselves, the heroes themselves, weren't tremendously detailed. They're good. I mean, they're fun. But you really don't have to put a ton of work into them. They stand on their own, and they're doing pretty well there. All right, I think we pretty much made it as easy as possible for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I wanted to keep this one a little short. Tonight I might come on tonight. It depends on what we're doing with Little Miss. You might see Into the Black. You might see Star Saga. There's a couple space games I'm really kind of looking at. Maybe Zombicide Invaders. This eventually. I don't know if I'll do it on Sunday or Monday. Maybe Monday morning. Then we were going to be going into a couple other paint projects. And we'll be off and running. That's for doggone sure. Like I said, I'm here for a while, so I plan on getting a lot of stuff done. Do not forget that New Year's Eve we are having a huge giveaway thanks to our good friends at Miniature Market. And I'm actually taking some of my fantasy football money and buying some gift certificates to give to you guys, splitting half for you guys, half for charity. Because after all, Miniature Market helped me win. So, Steve's brilliant. So there you have it. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Until next time, it's your old pal Rob saying thank you so much for watching this, and hopefully we'll see you soon if we don't lose all our subscribers because YouTube keeps on screwing up our channel. Until next time, we'll see you soon.